Yeah, talk about procrastination. That's our MO.
Procrastination is like masturbation. Everybody comes in the end.
Morning, sunshine.
Morning.
What do we got going on here?
The big bin has like, I don't know, 3/4 of a load of corn in it. And so I'm gonna have Bryce come and haul it. And I thought, well, if we're gonna haul that, it looks like we're gonna need every bushel of storage we have, because all the reports that are coming in around this area is that the corn is really, really good. We're probably gonna have to haul anywhere between, I don't know, minimum of 15,000 bushel we're gonna have to put on wheels. So we might as well clean everything out as best we can to get all in we can. So actually then we're gonna go down, and we've got a 5,500 bushel bin that a lot of years we don't use because it's kind of a pain, but this year I think we're gonna clean it out and use it too. So nothing like procrastination.
Yeah, so over here is our big bin. This is our main storage bin for corn. Bin Dad's in is our drying bin. We got a little bit left in this drying bin that we're gonna transfer over. We use this here, transfer it over, put it in there. Bryce is coming tomorrow to load what's left in this bin, and then these two bins will be good to go for when we start harvesting in a couple weeks. We're getting there slowly but surely. We're gonna turn it on again, get that little bit left that we got in there. We might have to go and scoop it again, but we're gonna turn the transfer on, turn that on, run it, and hopefully we get it all. Turn on the transfer first. Now you turn on the machine. How many bushels of grain have you scooped out of a bin in your life? Millions?
God, I don't know. I grew up in the time of 4-inch unloads and 6-inch unloads and no intermediate sweeps, you know, or sumps. Yeah, we scooped a lot of corn. If you got through unloading a bin without the auger breaking that you had to scoop or you had to vac it, you were doing pretty good, because usually something broke every time you were getting down to unloading a bin and we had to scoop. So yeah, probably more than I would like.
All right, in a few short weeks, we'll have this bin getting full by the day. Maybe in a few short days. Corn is drying really, really fast. We haven't had rain in a while, so that's really helped. And there's guys going in our neck of the woods, they're going already. We don't have as many acres as some of these guys, so we don't have to get in a huge rush. So tomorrow, what we're gonna do is get the rest of this loaded. Like Dad said, this is the big bin here. This is where that corn just transferred into, this bin right here. Tomorrow we're gonna have Bryce come, our neighbor that hauls corn. He's gonna get the rest of this cleaned out, so it's completely empty for when we start. Yeah, talk about procrastination. That's our MO.
Procrastination is like masturbation. Everybody comes in the end.
All right, now we're up here at Site 3, my site. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. We're gonna have to start playing the feed game, which for those of you that are new to the channel, you might not know what the feed game is, but for those of you that have been here for a while, you do know. But essentially the feed game, what it is when we get down to the end of a group, we wanna make sure we get all our feeders ate out, all our feed lines empty, and all our bins empty, because we don't wanna waste feed. We don't wanna pour feed into the pit. We can't feed wiener pigs the same ration of feed that these big pigs are getting fed now, so we don't want feed left over in the feed lines. and we don't want that same feed left in the bins. Our job when we get down to the end here is we got to make sure with the pigs that we have left, how can we move them around to make sure we achieve getting all the feed ate out. We're also going to get a count on these pigs. We want to know how many loads we have left of pigs in here so that we know how many trucks to bring to load them out. Essentially what we're going to do is move pigs, shut off feed lines, shut off feeders, count the pigs to see how many pigs we have left. Just keep monitoring it throughout the week. We're going to get skipped next week, so we're not going to load any pigs out next week, but the following week, that's when the rest of these pigs will go out, and that's what we call dumping. We're gonna dump the barn. We're gonna get rid of all the pigs that are in here, and then it'll be time to get baby wiener pigs in. So the north room is a lot more empty than the south room, so we're gonna have to be a little more strategic in here. South room has plenty of pigs in it to get all the feeders ate out, but I think we have enough time with the pigs that are in this north room that we should be able to get everything ate out in here as well. I have had a load crew help us out up here in loading the pigs because we just don't always have them the same amount of time as we used to with starting farmer grade to load all the pigs. So they've done a hell of a job, but these last few loads that we have left, we'll end up loading them because there's no need to bring the load crew for that. We're gonna get these pigs counted first, and then we'll worry about moving them after. And when I first came in here today, we had a jailbreak. So these pigs busted out of their pen and they ran down the alley. So before we do anything, we got to get these pigs back in the pen. That's the thing about big pigs. They get ugly, they get mean, and they get really curious, and they get more powerful. And when that happens, just a matter of time before they try to screw you over in some way. This is one of the ways. They try to break out, get in the alley. Luckily, they didn't open up any other pens and no pigs mixed, because that's the worst case scenario. Come on. Come on, hey, come on. Get in there, come on. Turn around, turn around. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, get in there. Almost there, almost there, almost there. There we go. There's a flipper on these gates, so I have that on pretty tight, so I don't know how they got out, but they did. The solution is we just need to get rid of these pigs because they're getting too smart. All right, we had 364 good pigs and then 77 pigs that haven't quite made market weight yet that will get sold to the secondary market. We call them coals, fallback pigs, bottom feeders, whatever you want to say. So next up, we're going to move all these pigs and make sure we can get all the feeders ate out. So Dad's going ahead already and starting to open up pens. So he opened up this pen here. We're going to let him eat all these feeders all the way down to the end. And this will be kind of our feeder group. There's a lot of pigs here. So this is kind of our convoy. So as the days go by and they keep getting feeders ate out, and once they're empty, I'll move them over to this side and they'll eat out all these feeders. And then we'll just keep moving them around until they have them all ate out. They definitely like all the running room. They start to become track runners.
Yeah, they won't gain for crap because they're gonna run it all off.
They should make a event at the Olympics, Olympic pig running.
These cowboys are pretty proud of wrestling steers. Wrestle one of these fat hogs. I want to see you do that. I know I don't want to do that, but I want to see somebody do that.
Go, go, go. Come on. Oh, there we go. Good job. Well, pigs are actually going to stay another 10 days. It's good that we got a good head start on moving these pigs around, getting the feeders ate out, but they're going to be here longer than I thought. They're actually skipping us next week. We'll keep an eye on all these pigs and we'll keep moving them slowly but surely, but we're not in as much of a time crunch as I thought, which is okay with me. But we're not going to have to move as many pigs as I thought today, which is okay with me. So we'll keep chugging along. When we get to that 3 to 5 days out from these pigs leaving, then we'll really start shutting feeders off, shutting feed lines off, stuff like that. They got a little bit more time than I thought, so we're in good shape for now. So we'll come back up here later in the week and we'll start really moving pigs around then. I think that's gonna do it for up here. We got all the pigs shored, we got all the dead stock out, we got plenty of feed, got plenty of water, so we're good here. It gets pretty easy when you get to this stage. So we're gonna head over to site 1, and we're gonna do some more maintenance and more fixing, because we got some stuff always to do over there. Seems like the fix list never ends.
We're gonna play a little fix-it game today. The one nice thing about raising pigs is it's job security. When you don't have pigs to shore or pigs to treat or pigs to move, you got equipment that needs fixing. We got an inlet that's broke. And obviously in the wintertime, it's a big deal because you don't want cold air poured into your room. But it's also a big deal in the summer because when we're in tunnel like this, all you're doing is pulling hot air out of the attic, which doesn't cool anybody. It's gotta be fixed.
So this cable snapped, right?
Yep. Where they go through this eyelet, these are stainless steel cables. Good thing is it doesn't rust. Bad thing is it's hard. The nickel in the steel makes it stainless. It also makes it hard. Every time it flexes, it metal fatigues faster than regular mild steel does. Over the time of going back and forth, it finally just metal fatigues to where it breaks. It's like pick your poison. So you can use ropes, and ropes are fine, but they wear out too. Some people use weed eater string, and that's fine too, except over time, it gets just enough UV that those break too. I don't know which is best, but we just keep buying stainless steel cables. Ta-da! Obviously we're in tunnel now, so we want all our air to come out of the tunnel curtains down in the middle of the building. We only take our air out of the inlets in the time of year where the pigs are small and we're heating the building. It's a lot easier to control your temperature of your building when you're moving smaller amounts of air, and you can do it through these inlets. But when it gets hot, then you just want to move as much air as you can. You want to exchange the air in the building as fast as you can, because obviously the temperature outside, you're not going to control it. You're just going to try to keep the pigs as cool as you can. So anyway, these are for cooler weather, but obviously you can't have them hanging open in the summertime.
Look at you thinking ahead here.
Yeah.
We usually don't bring this, but we more often.
We usually bring a bucket, but I didn't have one closed, so I used this. It takes 2 wrenches because...
What does? What are we doing next?
I got a nipple that's bad, and it's one of the originals. So it takes 2 different wrenches because this is an Edstrom nipple. I should get paid by Edstrom, but I don't. This is the superior cup nipple. Don't let anybody sell you anything for a cup water other than an Edstrom nipple, because everything else, if it has a spring in it or it has one of them rubber squishy things, trash. Sooner or later it's gonna screw you. These are the real deal, but you pay for them. My only dig on them is they're communist. They use the communist wrenches. It takes a 21 millimeter wrench. The old nipples, I don't know, I think they're mirror floats, takes 7/8. So you gotta have 2 wrenches and a pair of vice grips. So you gotta put the vice grips on this pipe, because if you don't, the tabs that come welded to the pipe, they're not strong enough. You'll bend this pipe and you'll break the tab. So you gotta put a vice grip on it. There it is, high quality. Now I'm gonna flush this line out since I'm here. Everybody decided since they couldn't drink out it, they just shit in it. The hardest part about these is when they thread these pipes, I don't know how they do it, but the threads are so, it has to be perfect to get it to start threading in there. So you do a lot of fiddling around. I'm trying to not swear as much, that's why I use words like thimble. I'm inventing new swear words, not to use the usual ones. Kindler, gentler, mean. Okay, let's see how that goes. like that?
They had other waters they could drink out of. So they weren't like out of water, but...
Yeah. The rule of thumb when you're designing buildings is 1 cup per 25 pigs. And these pens are figured at 30 head per pen. And we run 2 pens together, so 60 pigs to a pen. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 cups for basically 60 to 62 pigs. So we got plenty of cup space. So even though that one was shut off, by the book, that'd be enough for 75 pigs. But I found it yesterday, so not too bad.
Alrighty, folks. We're over here in the big bin that we transferred all the corn from our drying bin over to this bin. And we got 1 load left that we got to get out of here. And we're slowly but surely getting it all done. Dad's already working. He's getting this side pushed to the middle. Hard at it, working hard.
I'm about done.
You're about done. You gonna leave me?
I only am in charge of getting the corn away from the outside.
So what are we gonna do here?
Well, that's you guys.
Who's you guys? You mean
Bryce.
me? Oh.
You and Bryce. Well, Bryce, he'll supervise. He's a truck driver, so he'll watch from the window, and then you get it out of here.
Seems fair.
That's why they call me Blister. I show up when the work's all done. It's the best I can do.
The driver is here. So the easy part to get this pile down is we got this sweep here, and we're just gonna keep pushing this sweep along until this big pile is kind of down. But once we get down to everything looks like this, that's when we're gonna have to start using some manpower. I'm just gonna keep pushing this sweep along till it keeps taking away from this pile, and then once we don't need the sweep really anymore, we'll push everything in the middle and run the sweep. Keep doing that, repeating that until it's empty. Big pile down, so now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, and it's just making its way to get this little bit left here, and then this is kind of what it leaves behind, and Dad's kind of sweeping up what it leaves behind. So we're just going to make it around. We'll shut off the sweep once we get all this out, and then we'll kind of broom everything to the middle and push it into those sumps there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 sumps there. So. Whew. Glad that that's done. I'm sweating. I'm sweating in places I've never sweat before. Every time I get done cleaning a bin, this doesn't even affect Dad. Dad makes it look easy, but man, my nose is clogged. I start sneezing up a storm, and I should have probably wear a mask. I know I should probably wear a mask, but Dad never does, and it doesn't even faze him. He's cleaned out way more bins than me, and I guess it just doesn't affect him like it does me. But man, every time I do it, I will sneeze and sneeze and sneeze. But I think I'm over it. I think I've sneezed all that I can sneeze. So cross my fingers. But we just finished up, and I'm going to show you the final result.
Well, look at that. I'm going to dig a little bit out around the gearbox, around the sweep, and grease that. And then I got to fix this little. We caught the flange. We caught the flange with the auger, so I got to straighten that out. There he goes. I think there he goes. So that's the last load. I think there was about 800 bushels on that load, which is more than what I thought there would be. We can just twiddle our thumbs a little bit, and we'll start filling this booger back up. I think if this corn yields what it looks like it's going to, we may have to haul 20 or 25,000 bushel somewhere, either sell it or store it somewhere, because we're not going to hold it all here. So, which is a good problem to have, but there's always problems. I guess if we didn't have problems, we wouldn't have anything. I'm going to go across the way here, do my annual bird nest inspection. I'm going to clean out the grain spreader on top of that bin and see if I could piss off all the members of the Avian Society. And then we'll be ready to go. We'll put the auger up, and if it doesn't rain, we'll be hard at it first of the week. We'll see you in the next one.